Welcome to Absolute Modics. We're proudly sponsored by Graham Styling, who make automotive body parts and panels and spoilers and lots of good stuff. Links are in the description, go and check them out. But for once we have a different car in the garage. We have my Astra, which is my daily runner. And I'm doing a full comprehensive how to install cruise control video, because there's lots of questions being asked on the other video, and I thought I'd make this one because I got to fit it again, and we'll clear all those questions up. So without any ado, we're going to crack on. We're going to fit cruise control to this one. So let's start off by showing you exactly what you need and answering a few questions along the way. Just letting my computer boot up, so I'll just explain everything else we need. So the first thing you're going to need is your cruise control stalk. This is an Astra one. Don't get a Vectra one or anything like that unless you have a Vectra, because they are actually slightly different. So if you have an Astra, get an Astra one, Vectra, get a Vectra one, and so on. After that, I don't know what's the same as what. I assume most cars are probably different, to be fair. So make sure you get the correct stalk. As you can see, we have the buttons on the end. One to set, one to lower the speed, one to cancel. Pretty simple as that, to be fair. To fit it, really simple. You just need a very small Allen key. I could give you the size, but as you can see, it's tiny. Again, I'm not using it to undo any nuts or anything. If you look here, there's like a trench, so all you do is you pull the rubber out on the one that's in, and you slide the Allen key down the trench, and it releases the clip at the other end, and the stalk pulls out. So as long as it fits in that trench, you'll be fine. So if you have watched our previous videos, you're going to know that we need a car pass. Loads of you ask what the car pass is and where to find it. Now if you have this wallet, which is the Vauxhall wallet, it has my reg on because I bought it from a garage, with a bit of luck it should have your car pass in. Got a bit of slip there or random things, don't really care about that. This is the one you're bothered about. Turn the camera around. That there is the car pass. It has your VIN number on, it has a security code, and that's what you need for the car pass number. Then it has the engine type and serial numbers, radio codes, etc, etc, etc. That is what you need to, when I refer to car pass, that is what you need. And you need the security code, which is the second line down. That's the number that you have to type in. Those of you that do not have your car pass, it used to be £25 to get from Vauxhall. Apparently now someone said the other day it's now £28. So if it's £28, it's £28 worth having. The stalk costs about £30 on average, and even if you have to pay for a car pass, still less than 60 quid, and you have cruise control, so it's definitely worth having. Next we move on to Opcom. Opcom itself is the software which is running on my PC at the moment, on the laptop, and you also have a USB interface. Now you can get the software, which is a clone. I will admit it's a clone, it's not the real stuff. The real stuff costs you well over £1,000 if not more, and that's called Tech 2. Now Opcom is, these are normally China clones, to be fair, and you get it for about £20–25 off of internet auction sites. I cannot say the name, but you should know what I'm on about, as well as other higher retail places that also sound like they're from America, if that might help you. Big forest, big rainforest, you know, that should give you a clue. So internet auction site and a big giant rainforest. There should be 2 clues. Have a look on there and you should be able to get what you need. People ask me my version, what I use. This is the same software that I've been using for years now, 4 or 5 years. So if it matches to yours, then you should have no issues. But mine does say 2008 to 2010 version. Even though I'm using it on a 2005 car, there's no issues at all. That is as much as I can tell you. That's what you need to know about Opcom. That's told you where you can get it from. I've told you about your car pass. I've told you about the stalk. So the next thing you need to do is have a look if you have a clutch switch. Right, here's a very easy way to test whether you've got a clutch switch. If you listen, when I release the clutch back up, you'll hear it click. So I'm going to go down, nothing, and then if I'm quiet on the way back up, can you hear it? Dead easy way to tell if you've got a clutch switch. I'm going to show you another way now on the Opcom. Right, so we're now inside the car. I'm going to boot up the Opcom on the laptop. we need to pull up this cover which hides the OBD port, and it literally just pulls up. As you can see, we have an OBD port there. We need to plug in our Opcom. That pushes in on the pins until it lights up. You can see a little red light. And you need to plug it in to the laptop that has Opcom. So plug it into the back. You have to excuse me, I'm currently juggling 2 laptops and the camcorder because I'm doing a live streaming session on YouTube. Hello YouTubers, you're seeing yourself in the video. So we need to have a look at some point on Opcom to see whether you've got clutch switches, etc. So that's what we're going to do next. So now we're back on our Opcom screen. You need to make sure you have your car pass, which is the bit that's out of that leather wallet that I showed you earlier. And then obviously on the back we'll have our car security number. So it's a security code, second one down, it's our number for the car, which is unique for every car, so you can't steal mine because it won't work on yours. You can steal mine, but like I said, it won't work. So to start the first part of programming, we need to go diagnostics. You need to also make sure you've got your ignition on. So diagnostics, the year of your car, the model of your car, body, the IPC ECU, which is that thing there, that's the instrument control panel. Then we need to go to programming, program variant configuration, enter your car pass number. You have to have it before you're allowed to program it. And then you will need to go across until we find cruise control. So as you can see here, we've got sports program switch, which we have on the dashboard. Obviously that's why that's enabled. We do not have a diesel particulate filter because this is not an EcoFlex engine, and it's not an EasyTronic automatic, but we do have ESP, which is good. So climate control, park pilot, no, we've not got that. Tyre pressure monitoring system, no, we've not got that. Continuous damping control, no, we've not got the fancy suspension. Cruise control, that's nice and easy. Then you go to the top, you choose present, then you choose program. Do you really want to change the variant coding? Yes. It was written and it's all done to the control module. Programming successful. But there's more places to go than that one. So let's have a look where we've got to go next. So now we need to leave this ECU, which is for the sports clock. And we need to enter the SIM, which is the steering column module, which makes sense because that's where the stalk actually plugs in. Then we go on programming. We can go on to program variant configuration, enter your car pass number, but if you've already done it once now, it should be there automatically. And then cruise control and present. Well, so we've got active select switch, don't know what that is. Steering wheel controls we've got. That's a pretty easy one. If you've got a base level Vauxhall and you haven't got these controls and you change the steering wheel, it's good to know that you can program them in. You can just like turn off the rear wiper. I suppose that's good, I suppose, if you've took your wiper off. That's about it really. Yeah, so we'll just program that. That's on present. Program. Do I want to change the variant configuration? Yes I do. Done. So now we've done in the SIM module, we need to back out and go into the actual engine. So engine, choose your engine from the list. We have the high powered 1.7 diesel. Then programming, program variant configuration. Cruise control is now present. Perform coding. Notice that you didn't need a car pass for this one. Back. I want to do, is it on measuring blocks? I want to show you something for clutch switch. I'm hoping it's on this one. position. Clutch switch, there we are. On this bottom one, I think it was a fourth block. You can actually see here and test your clutch switch. Look, as soon as I press it, it goes active, inactive, active, inactive. Just like the noise it was making earlier on. So that's the easiest way to test whether you've got the clutch switch. And obviously you should have the brake switch, because obviously that's how you put your brake lights on. So that is how you program it. Now we just need to fit the stalk. Now the actual changing of the stalk is really easy. You will end up pressing buttons while doing this, like end up putting parking lights on. So just ignore that. So you need to make sure you pull this rubber right out of the way. This is where I wish I had Chubby with me, or Chris. Like I've shown you before, because obviously your stalk sits that way. There is a groove on the bottom, and that's what you're going to need to push the baby Allen key down to release it from where it sits inside the steering column. Oh, I wish I had more than one pair of hands. This is very hard, but I will try and do it for you on camera. Right, I'm going to have to put you down, I think, unless I can rest it somewhere. Hold on. Oh, I will edit this out, by the way, people. Can you see the stalk there? I'm hoping you can see the stalk there, I don't really know. It should slide down dead easy. See, in the other video it was dead easy. Unless I'm using an Allen key that's too big. There we go, did it. Look, it's out. I'm hoping you saw that on the camera. Don't really know until I go into editing, but the stalk is out. Look people, the stalk is out. Ta-da-da! Is there a minimum? Oh yeah, if I haven't said already, which I think I have, I'm live streaming currently, and you guys are watching me actually do this video. So you'll see yourselves. Let me see all your names in the next video. Right. So what did you ask? So now you have removed your stalk. Obviously we have our new one that's going to slide in. There is the slot. I've turned the camera around. There's a slot just there. You need to make sure this lines up, and then push it in. And already you can see it's working. And then just tuck your rubber bits back in. That sounds a little bit dodgy. Always remember to tuck your rubber bits in. And your stalk is attached, that's it. It's as simple as that. That's how you attach the cruise control stalk. So now that we've got the stalk plugged in and we've programmed it, it's just time to test it. You can test it on the road or you can test it in the car. It's nice and easy. So we go to obviously the year, the vehicle, then you want to go back to body, back to sim, which is where we were programming earlier on. Go to measuring blocks, diagnostic data list 2, next block, next block, next block, next block. Cruise control switch, as you can see here. Now if I press the buttons, the top button is set, the bottom button is resume, and the back button is off or cancel. So that there will set your cruise control. If you have already got it set, you hold it down, your car will accelerate. If you brake or put your clutch in, obviously it will come off. If you press this one, it will resume to the speed that you had it set to. If you are on cruise control and you hold this one, it will naturally slow down. And the back button takes it off, as it's called off, cancels everything. So that is how you fit cruise control. That's how you install it. That's all the bits and bobs you need for it. Car passes and everything. Hopefully there should be no questions. I should have answered everything in this video. So that is how you fit cruise control. that's fully, hopefully comprehensive and answered all your questions that lots of you asked in the previous video. Hopefully this will be a bigger success than the last video as well, because obviously it's got more information in it. For those of you that have been along for the journey, and that's you guys down there that's on the live stream, it's been an absolute pleasure. So peace out, and we shall see you in another video. Please don't forget to check out our website, and if you want to come and get some of our cool merch, we've got stickers and that online. Or if you want to do live stream, make sure you subscribe, and you can see us live streaming. These people have just watched me do cruise control. So we'll see you in another video very soon, hopefully. Peace, people. Peace.